Virgin, version 1, camera 1. Virgin, version 2, camera 2. Virgin, version 3, camera 3. Virgin, version 4, camera 4. Virgin, version 5, camera 5. Virgin, version 6, camera 6. Virgin, version 7, camera 7. Virgin, version 8, camera 8. Hi, I'm Marjorie Germany, party planner extraordinaire and your self-help guide, and I'm here to tell you that you need to refresh your life.
Grace from Hot Fruit sent me an email talking about on her YouTube channel how she's getting comments about her body instead of her art. Now I experienced this too, even though I don't talk about it that much, so I was really interested in what was going on. Her and I had kind of a conversation back and forth over email, and she couldn't be here today to be on the show, but I'm going to act both of our parts so that you can kind of see what we were talking about. So here we go. Grace, how long have you been interacting online? I've been interacting with the internet for a long time. My parents are both graphic designers, so I've had the internet kind of around me since I was a young child. When I was in middle school, I had an AIM, AOL Instant Messenger, and I interacted in that way online, and I experienced some cyberbullying, which kind of turned me off of that. Then I had a live journal, which was an online diary, in which I kind of talked about my emotions and how I was feeling on the internet, and now I mostly interact over Facebook, and my Facebook profile. But I'm actually studying the internet right now because I got really interested in the ways in which I would see people around me being emotionally attached to not only their computer, but also and the people who are talking to them through their computer and the images that people would display on their blogs and websites. So I kind of have gotten really into that recently. Now Grace, tell me a little bit about the comments on your YouTube video. Well, kind of the reason that I got in contact with you is because I wasn't feeling safe interacting. Well, I felt safe in my body interacting online, but I was taking the emotions that were occurring to me from like the things people were saying and bringing them into my life. And I think that that's something that's really common, because even if you're only having an experience online, it still elicits real emotions in you. You still have like emotional, physical reactions that don't really go away when you look away from the screen. And I think that what happened to me with my band Hot Fruit, which is that our music video, Falling Off the Grid, went viral in a really hostile environment, which is in the cringe section on Reddit. And now our video has 72% men who are looking at it, and most of them are judging our bodies and talking about how we're not giving them a boner and how we're disgusting, should be killed. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but this brings up a couple of issues for me. I mean, for me, the obvious one is the idea of oppression and the ways in which they're punishing us for not adhering to their beauty standards and not living up to the norms of what of what a white woman should live up to, because they are judging us as white women as opposed to other races and expressions of gender identity that are different in different cultures. And number two, internet etiquette, because would they really say to us in real life, these girls should be hit over the back of the head with a sharp shovel? Like, I can't really imagine someone coming up to me after seeing my video and saying that to me. Like, you need to be hit over the head with a shovel, or do you want to commit suicide because I'll help you? Like, those kind of things kind of exist outside of our social set of code of ethics or morals, the way that we're taught to interact with people. And online, because there's no person there, because it's just an image, people think that it's okay to talk in this way, which it's not okay to talk in that way. You're still actually threatening a real person on the other side of the screen. And I changed my YouTube name to Grace Ellis and had a picture of myself. Before it was like a cat and it's some abstract username, because I wanted people to see, like, I'm here, I'm a person. Like, you're actually talking to someone who made this video, and, you know, I'm not like some famous celebrity who's like removed from my media online. Like, this is my personal YouTube channel. I mean, not that you should be able to talk that way about celebrities either. But yeah, so that was the issue that kind of came up for me. There isn't a lot of language to talk about the internet. It's hard to pin down when it's so decentralized. I read this really interesting book by Douglas Rushkoff called Program or Be Programmed, and it was 10 Commandments for a Digital Age. It was talking about how when the written word came out, one of the first things that was written was the Torah, and the Torah was kind of this set of rules of how to interact in this new technology, new media, and that hasn't really happened for the internet. There isn't really, I mean, I have a lot of trouble even talking about it sometimes because I feel like there isn't the language developed or the sets of ideas developed about it to let me interact with it in an informed way. So that book was really amazing for me. And I think that I would really like to see some kind of more widespread code of ethics for the internet where we recognize that it's not just this abstracted image that we're talking to, it's a real person who's having real emotions when they're interacting with the screen. It's not just a world of images, you know? Can you tell me a little bit more about the ways in which people are emotionally connected to their technology and how you think that that influences online interaction? Well, the thing about the internet is that your body isn't there. People kind of interact with you outside of time. Your internet personality and identity is never asked to stand in a room of people and interact with questions that are coming at it in real time, and it kind of stands alone outside of yourself, so it's really easy to construct something that feels more concrete. What do you think is the benefit of having a social code of ethics on the internet? Yeah, it's crazy. People touch their iPhones instead of touching each other, and they text each other even when they're in the same room. Technology and the way that we have transferred our emotions towards other people into technology can be really isolating. It makes you lose track of the fact that there are other people around who you can gain community and social support and interaction from. Well, thank you so much for being on my show. It was a pleasure.